Hello viewers, if you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. Also, click on the bell icon so that you get the latest information about the videos that are uploaded.
Hello students, welcome back to the new video. In this video, we are going to continue the ongoing chapter number 2, Microorganisms, Friends and Foe. In today's session, we will discuss about microorganisms and us, wherein we will see some usefulness of microorganisms. Microorganisms and us. Microorganisms play an important role in our lives. Some of them are beneficial in many ways, whereas some others are harmful and cause diseases. In fact, we would not be able to survive without some of them. So, as you know, microorganisms are very important in our lives. Some of them are useful to us in many ways, whereas some others are harmful and cause diseases. So, what does it shows? We cannot say that all microorganisms are harmful or all are useful. There are some microorganisms which play an important role in our existence itself. That is, in fact, we cannot survive without the help of some of the microbes. And some are harmful. That is why we can say that the microorganism, friends and foe. First of all, we will discuss about some of the useful microorganisms. That is, friendly microorganisms. Friendly microorganisms or useful microorganisms. Microorganisms are used for various purposes. They are used in the preparation of curd, bread and cake and in the digestion of food in our body. So, there are many useful effects of microorganisms. Some of them are helpful in the preparation of curd, bread, cake, etc. and also in the digestion of food in our body. They are also used in cleaning up of the environment, that is about the decomposers, which you know very well, you have learned in the previous classes. The organic waste are broken down into harmless and usable substances by bacteria. Bacteria are also used in the preparation of medicines. In agriculture, they are used to increase the soil fertility by fixing nitrogen. So, these are the various areas where these microorganisms are useful to us. As I told you, decomposers help in breaking down the organic waste and converting them into harmless and useful substances. Bacteria are also used in the preparation of many medicines. And in agriculture, these microorganisms are useful for increasing the soil fertility by fixing nitrogen. Useful microorganisms. As I told you, all microorganisms are not bad. Some of them are very useful. In fact, we would not be able to survive without some. These many microorganisms are useful to us and are used in the following ways. So, here we will discuss the usefulness of microorganisms in the different areas one by one. First of all, we will see how these microorganisms are useful in human body. A large number of bacteria are present in the gut. They help to digest food, especially plant food. Some of them release several acids that do not allow harmful bacteria to remain inside the body. Some of them also help to synthesize vitamin K for the body. So, inside our body, in the gut means the alimentary canal along with the digestive glands that consists of our digestive system, a large number of bacteria are present. These bacteria help to digest food, especially the plant food that we are taking, because This bacteria can release several acids and that do not allow the harmful bacteria to exist inside our stomach. So, in this way, this bacteria help in the proper digestion of our food, especially the plant food that we take are easily digesting because of the presence of this bacteria. Now, some of the bacteria also help to synthesize vitamin K for the body. Now, let us see how microorganisms are useful in food industry. Microorganisms have been extensively used in the preparation of food items since ancient times. Some examples are fermentation of batter for dosha in Italy and making of curd from milk. See, since ancient times, microorganisms have been used in the preparation of food items. Examples, idli, dosha and curd from milk. So, let us study about some of the microorganisms that are used in the food industry. Now, we will see the role of microorganisms in making curd and cheese. Bacteria are used to make the dairy products such as cheese, yogurt, curd and sour cream. A bacterium called lactobacillus is added to milk which grows and ferments the milk. Bacteria feed on lactose and convert it into lactic acid. See, usually the dairy products like cheese, yogurt, curd, etc. are made with the help of the bacteria. Which bacteria is useful there? A bacterium called lactobacillus. So, when bacterium lactobacillus is added into the milk, it grows and ferments the milk. How the fermentation takes place? Because the bacteria can feed on lactose which is present in the milk and convert it into lactic acid. As the milk becomes more acidic, the milk proteins called casein clump together to form thicker curd. The curd is sour due to the presence of lactic acid. So, how does the milk gets converted into curd? Because the lactobacillus, the bacterium called lactobacillus feed on the lactose in the milk and convert that into lactic acid. As a result, the milk becomes more and more acidic and the milk proteins called casein clump together, join together to form the thicker curd. And the sour taste of the curd is due to the presence of lactic acid. The different types of bacteria are used to make different kinds of cheese, each with its unique taste and texture. Children, you might have tasted the different kinds of cheese. See, the different taste of the cheese is due to the different types of bacteria used in making the cheese. It shows the unique taste and texture also. Now, we will discuss the role of microorganisms in baking industry. Yeast is a very useful fungi used in making baked items such as bread, cakes, pizza and food items such as idli, dosha, dokla, bhaturas and naan. All these items are made with either rice, wheat or maida which acts as a food for the yeast. You all must have tasted the different food items like bread, cake, pizza which are very soft and fluffy. Do you know how these food items become so fluffy? It is due to the presence of a fungi called yeast. So, yeast is very useful fungi in making the baked items very soft and fluffy. Apart from this, the food items like idli, dosha, dokla, etc. are also made with the action of yeast. These items are made either with rice, wheat or maida which acts as a food for the yeast. Let us see how does the yeast help in the preparation of these food items. Yeast consumes the sugar releasing carbon dioxide and alcohol as byproducts. The carbon dioxide is trapped in the dough and causes the dough to rise in volume. When bread or cake is baked at high temperature, the gas bubbles burst, letting carbon dioxide escape and making the food item porous and spongy. So, how does the yeast help? Yeast consumes sugar and release carbon dioxide and alcohol as a byproduct. So, when the yeast consumes sugar, carbon dioxide and alcohol are formed. But this carbon dioxide gets trapped in the dough and it will help the dough to rise in volume, to increase the volume of the dough. And when this dough is used to bake the bread or cake at high temperature, then the gas bubbles which were trapped in the dough get burst and carbon dioxide gas will escape. As a result, the food items becomes porous and spongy and become very soft. Let us discuss an activity to study the effect of yeast on food. For that, we have to take half a kilogram of white flour, that is maida, add some sugar and mix with warm water. Then add a small amount of yeast powder and knead the mixture of white flour, sugar, yeast powder and water to make a soft dough. So what we have to do? Take a little bit of almost half kilogram of maida, add some sugar and mix with warm water. And to that mixture we have to add little bit yeast powder also. And then mix it well and knead the mixture to make it a soft dough. Now we have to keep this soft dough in a particular vessel. Keep this dough aside for about 2 hours. After that, we can find that the volume of the dough has increased. And what do we say? We say that the dough rises. So from this, we can come to know how the yeast works on the food items and makes it very soft. So from this discussion, we conclude that yeast is the microorganism used in making bread, cakes and pastries. And also note that yeast is a fungus. So which microorganism is useful in the baking industry? Yeast. And what kind of microorganism is yeast? Yeast is a fungus. So students, I hope you have understood these topics very well. But still, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. I will surely try to solve it as early as possible. Here are some review questions. Please solve it in your notebook. Thank you.